This is my Genesect, and I really don't want to lose him, but if I can't solo the league, I'm going to have to surprise trade him away. I've given him the leftovers to hold, and his ability download will raise his attack or special attack based on which one will be more effective. I've given him Giga Drain, Flamethrower, Fly, and Ice Beam. It's a bug steel type, so Leon's Charizard's going to be a real pain. His lonely nature isn't that helpful since it raises attack, but my only physical attacking move is Fly. It also lowers my defense, but we're more susceptible to special attacks anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. As for the rules, we only get one attempt, so the second Genesect faints, we've got to trade it away. There's no second chances. Can't use items in battle except for held items, and whichever held item I use, I have to keep it for the whole thing. If it's a citrus berry, I can use more than one for each fight. There's also no Dynamaxing, and I have to invite Leon. We lucked out so hard with the first fight, because Ness is going to be so easy for us. We've got Giga Drain, which means we can heal with a super effective move that hits most of her team. She started with her Glossopod, and to be honest, I probably should have just used Fly, but for some reason I went for Giga Drain. We got a special attack boost from download, so I'm just going to pretend I used Giga Drain for that reason. It wasn't a mistake or anything. Giga Drain takes it down in one hit, and since we haven't taken any damage yet, we don't even need the heals. Next up is her Pelipper, and this thing has Drizzle, so it's going to set up the rain, meaning water attack's going to do more damage. Since we're a steel bug type, it shouldn't matter anyway. It's really luck of the draw with this tournament, which I really like about this game, because you can prepare for anything, but if you just get the wrong trainer, it can really mess you up. Like if I got Kabu or Raihan instead of Nessa for the first fight, it could have caused me a lot of problems. Raihan's got a Turtonator, and he's got a Torkoal, and Kabu's got an entire team of fire types. Being bug and steel means we're really susceptible to fire, so I'm not looking forward to Leon's Charizard. Anyway, we go for a Fly, and we take the Pelipper out in one hit too. She sends in her Quagsire next, which is also going to go down to one Giga Drain. This thing's ground and water type, so it's going to get absolutely destroyed by a grass move. We take this out in one hit too, and we still don't even need the heals because we haven't even taken any damage yet. Next up is our Toxapex, and Giga Drain isn't going to be super effective against this, but we're still going to use it anyway. I reckon it'll still take it out in one hit. It goes for a Baneful Bunker, and since we're not using physical type moves, it's not going to poison us. It does protect though, so we're just going to have to go for Giga Drain next turn. Another reason I taught Genesect Fly is that 2-turn moves are going to be really helpful against Dynamax Pokemon. Since we can't Dynamax ourselves, we're going to waste one of their Dynamax turns. We hit our Giga Drain and we took it down to the red. We weren't able to take it out in one hit, but even a rain boosted liquidation doesn't do too much damage. Water type moves just aren't really effective against Genesect. We get a little bit of health back from our leftovers, and we go for a Giga Drain again next turn. This will give us a little bit more healing and take down her Toxapex. I don't really need the healing since her last Pokemon's going to be a Dreadnought, and even though she Dynamaxes it, Giga Drain's definitely going to take it out in one hit. Rock and Water type makes it 4 times weak against grass. I think Pokemon Sword and Shield are probably my favourite generation. I've been playing since Red and Blue Gen 1, and none of the games up to this point were as enjoyable as this one to me. I mean, I really like them all, and every generation has its quirks, but this is definitely my favourite. Let me know down below which one's yours. The Dreadnought Dynamaxes, and we go for a Giga Drain, doing exactly what I thought it would, taking it down in one hit. We've taken out Nessa now, and it's time to move on to the next fight and see who we've got. Leon was on the same side of the board as us, so through process of elimination, we can figure out that he's going to be next. Last time I went up against Leon in one of these challenges, his first Pokemon Aegislashed completely obliterated my Pokemon, and I had to trade it away. I really don't want history to repeat itself this time. I have to say that was kind of my fault, as I didn't really prepare for that kind of situation. The Pokemon I was using had only physical type moves, so King's Shield just meant that my attack kept getting lower and I had no way of bringing it back up. It's definitely my fault, but it still hurts. Anyway, I've brought Flamethrower this time, and I've also brought Ice Beam, so his next Pokemon, Dragapult, shouldn't cause me too many issues either. He protects on the first turn, and we go for a Flamethrower next turn, which is going to be super effective. We managed to hit this time, and we take it down in one hit. It's a really good start, and it's good to see this thing go down after what it did last time. He sends in Dragapult next, and I'm going to go for an Ice Beam. In theory, that should take it out in one hit as well, and we'll move on to his next Pokemon. I don't actually remember what he has for his third Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's the starter that he gets given at the start of the game. Turns out it's not, and he sends in his Mr. Rhyme next. This thing's an ice type, so it'll go down to a flamethrower as well. I've set up pretty well to take Leon down, but I don't know who I'm going to get in the final. They also don't really have a good move to use against Charizard. I do have Fly though, so I can waste one of his Dynamax turns and hit him on the second one. I'm just worried that we're not going to survive a Max Wildfire. Next up is the starter, and in our case, it's Inteleon, so I'm going to go for a Giga Drain. This is actually a really good start. I've taken down pretty much his entire team in one shot, and we're onto his Charizard with full health, which is the best position we could possibly be in. He's going to Dynamax it straight away, so I'm going to have to go for Fly immediately. I really wish we could Dynamax it, but we can't, so I click Fly and just hope for the best. I think Leon has one of the best teams of any champion in any game, but I just think he looks stupid. His whole design is poor, and his clothes choice is just awful. It looks like his mum's picked out a football kit for him, and even his little brother has better fashion sense. Genesect flies off screen just in time to miss a Max Wildfire. Charizard misses, and we go for a Fly next turn, and I'm really hoping for some big damage here. We hit Fly, and it doesn't even get it down to half health. Goes for a Max Wildfire next turn, and Genesect gets taken out in one hit. I honestly can't believe that. I thought we'd survive at least one. That's a real shame, but there's not really anything we can do, so I'm going to have to surprise trade my Genesect away, and once again, Leon has taken one of my Pokemon from me. He also takes 12 grand, which is a bit extortionate. Luckily, I've actually got another Genesect. I was trading with some random person recently, and I gave him a load of the version exclusives that he needed, and in return he just gave me a Genesect at the end, which was really nice of him. So at least I've still got one. I tried to surprise trade it away, but it told me I couldn't because it's a special Pokemon. So I decided to go for a link trade. Whatever they offer here, we're just going to accept it. And they actually offered a shiny Zacian, which obviously they didn't accept. So we just offered it again. I'm just going to keep pressing accept until they give me something. He offered a Lugia next, but wasn't interested in the trade. He then offered the Lugia again, and accepted it this time, which is cool. I'm actually quite happy with a Lugia. If I surprise traded, I probably would have got some absolute trash, like a Blip Bug or something, so we'll take this Lugia and train it up for another challenge. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.